brewing, your counters host an arsenal of coffee products, including a burr grinder, pour-over coffee maker, and French press. But how's your espresso game? As everyone's staying inside, making espresso at home may be the best way to get the latte fix. Shelling out thousands for an entry-level, home espresso machine like a La Marzocco is unrealistic for most people. But making espresso at home doesn't have to be a fantasy. To help you navigate the world of semi-automatic espresso machines, in this video we selected 5 of the most top-rated and popular espresso machines in Canada, across mid-range price points, and put them to the test. We brewed shots after shots of espresso, and judged the machines on both objective and subjective test results, including ease of use, durability, versatility, and taste. Although our best value pick, the Gaggia Classic Pro, pulled the most delicious shots of coffee, we chose the Breville Barista Touch as our winner for its convenience and excellent performance across a variety of tasks. With its intuitive touchscreen design, it's a perfect appliance for both beginners and experienced espresso snobs who appreciate consistent and high-quality shots of coffee. Number 1. Breville Barista Express Espresso Machine. The Barista Express by Breville is a high-end, all-in-one espresso machine that gives you extensive control over grinding and brewing. Though it's a big investment for a coffee maker, it's actually pretty inexpensive compared to similarly equipped machines. When you're ready to brew, the Barista Express turns mostly automatic. It grinds and dispenses the perfect amount of coffee into the portafilter. After you tamp down and level off the grounds, using included tools, you twist the portafilter into place, push a button, and hot espresso is yours. It uses a unique method that starts with a low-pressure pre-infusion to extract color, followed by the traditional high-pressure extraction, to produce crema and the signature espresso flavor. The machine has coffee and water presets for either a single or double shot, but for the connoisseur, it also offers pinpoint adjustments. There are 16 options for grind fineness. You can adjust the amount of coffee dispensed from anywhere between 18 and 22 grams per double shot, and you can choose fully manual control over the amount of water used. Next to the coffee dispenser and brewing head is a frother, the Barista Express's secret weapon. It does a fantastic job of steaming and frothing milk into a light and bubbly texture for a cappuccino or a more dense one for a latte. And the nozzle is flexible and rotatable, so you can froth while your espresso brews and still keep messes at bay. The lab test espresso came out a bit on the acidic side compared to other machines with the same beans, but after adding frothed milk, the resulting cappuccino was absolutely delicious. The semi-automatic Breville Barista Express brews better espresso than more expensive machines. It's comparatively easy to use and keep clean, plus it has an attractive stainless steel design. It also has a built-in burr grinder for hassle-free coffee ground dosing. Number 2. Philips 3200 Series Fully Automatic Espresso Machine. Brew the very best espresso beans simply and easily with the fully automatic Philips 3200. Whether you like frothing an almond milk latte, pulling a delicious Americano, or anything in between, the 3200 simplifies your morning coffee. This coffee maker uses a built-in grinder and large coffee bean storage hopper to grind your beans for the freshest coffee grind each time. Philips automatic brew technology pours your shots, and with the easy-to-use steam wand, you'll be frothing milk at home in no time. Additional features like pre-programmed Americano and lungo options, easy maintenance, and add-on AquaClean water filtration make the 3200 one of the best ways to make coffee you love for less on the market. To test the Philips 3200, we set it up in our office to let our co-workers try it out, and to give them a reprieve from the pretty dreadful pod coffee machines. While they and I were generally pleased with the results, the Philips didn't pump out espresso that was as strong as we'd like. That being said, the coffee it made tasted good, and was not overly bitter. Even when we adjusted the grind to its finest setting, we still found ourselves adding an extra shot of espresso to our morning cappuccino to give us the jolt of caffeine we were looking for. In addition, the crema it produced wasn't as thick as it should be, and dispersed rather quickly. Crema was really thin, and shot was pretty weak, wrote one coworker. Espresso was a wee bit watery, but solid overall, said another. The Latte Go attachment was a little tricky to figure out at first, but easy to use once I got the hang of it. The attachment comes in 3 parts, a clear receptacle that holds the milk, a black plastic clip that connects to the machine, and a lid for the milk container. The machine sends steam through a small channel, where it mixes with the milk and then it pours out the top of the container into your cup. It's a clever system, but you have to make sure the milk container is securely clipped in, otherwise, you'll end up with a mess. As with the coffee, the steamed milk was good, but not great. It held its form well, but wasn't as dense as we'd had from other milk frothers. Milk foam is okay, at best, commented one colleague. Overall, the Philips 3200 series fully automatic espresso machine with Latte Go turns out solid, if unspectacular coffee. It's thoughtfully designed, with a narrow shape that makes it great for those with less counter space. Plus, the parts are easy to remove and clean. The Latte Go attachment also makes it much easier to whip up a cappuccino than with a separate frother, especially for those who aren't as familiar with the process. However, the quality of the coffee could be better, especially when you're spending more than $900 Canada on an espresso machine. Number 3. Delonghi Specialista Espresso Machine with Sensor Grinder. Delonghi's Specialista features a dual boiling system that heats the coffee and milk separately, which is common for commercial-grade machines. At first glance, we were curious about how it actually worked, as we can almost guarantee that there's no brand new, dual-boiler espresso maker under the $1,000 mark on the market, at least for now. A dual boiling system shortens the wait time and makes the coffee brewing process a lot quicker, which is why the high-end espresso machines at busy coffee shops almost always have at least a dual-coil heating system. We don't think a dual-boiler system is necessary since all the single-boiler Brevilles we tested are equipped with the quick heating system that makes coffee drinks as fast as the Delonghi with double boilers. It feels like Delonghi was trying to acquire a larger market share in an already jam-packed espresso market by adding as many luxurious features as possible: a built-in conical grinder, a smart tamping station, 2 separate boiling systems for coffee and milk, an analog pressure gauge, 19-bar pump pressure, and active temperature monitoring. However, some of the features didn't prove to be useful during our testing. The Specialista is the only machine with a smart tamping station, which means zero mess. After filling the portafilter, we used the lever on the side of the machine to tamp down the coffee grounds and voila! We were good to go. The coffee received high marks in our taste test, as it consistently pulled full-bodied espresso shots with clarity and flavor. For Americano drinkers, there's a water spout next to the portafilter for easy dispensing. Despite the coffee's delicious taste, the Specialista has some seemingly fancy functions that we don't think are necessary. First, the 19-bar pump pressure is frivolous. No matter how powerful the water pump at the back of the machine is, the output pressure on the group head will always be between 9 to 10 bars, which is what an espresso shot requires, no more, no less. A 15-bar pump is what's needed for that optimal brew head pressure, and the extra pressure will result in water pumped into the drip tray, which is located under the water tank. And with a grinder and 2 boilers, the machine is the tallest, heaviest, and bulkiest in our roundup. If you live in a small apartment, we don't suggest investing in this one. Number 4. Gaggia Classic EVO Pro Espresso Machine. Though it may not look as exciting as the Breville models we tested, the Gaggia Classic Pro constantly pulled the best shots of espresso in our roundup. As an upgrade from Gaggia's popular espresso machine, the Classic, the Pro features many components that are commonly seen with commercial-grade espresso makers, including a 3-way solenoid, overpressure valve that helps discard dry coffee puck easily. The chrome brass 58mm wide portafilter is on par with commercial-grade portafilters, which may explain why it continuously pulled shots of espresso that had superior texture and full-bodied flavor in our taste tests. The Gaggia model was also the only machine we tested that produced crema with little leopard-like speckles, which gave each shot a unique depth. The taste was pleasant, with notes of caramel and cocoa, which indicated a high-quality coffee. The commercial-grade steam wand frothed velvety milk foam that helped us create the perfect lattes. The machine comes with 3 filter baskets, 1 pressurized basket for consistency, 1 single-walled for creativity, and a pod basket for ESE pods. They're specialty espresso pods different from Nespresso capsules. Although we're satisfied with its overall performance, the Gaggia isn't without flaws. It took about 5 minutes to brew a double shot from start to finish, 4 minutes longer than the average time for our top pick. Due to the lack of a PID system that monitors temperature digitally, it took about 30 seconds to heat up, trailing behind the Breville models. Additionally, Gaggia is less user-friendly than Breville Barista Touch as we struggled to insert the portafilter under the brew head. However, if you're interested in learning about espresso and pulling a cafe-quality shot, this Gaggia is your best choice for the value. Number 5. Best overall, Breville Barista Touch. The Breville Barista Touch is great for espresso beginners and experts alike. The Barista Touch is by far the most intuitive, user-friendly, and reliable espresso machine we tested. Pulling a perfect shot of espresso takes practice, patience, and some understanding of science, but the Barista Touch significantly reduces the guesswork. With its advanced digital temperature controller, also known as PID, the Barista Touch was able to produce shot after shot of creamy, smooth, and flavorful espresso of consistent quality. Another key element is its thermojet heating system, which allowed us to get the machine ready in just 3 seconds. We were blown away by this semi-automatic machine's touch screen, a feature that sets the Barista Touch apart from the competition. If you have no knowledge of coffee at all, you'll be able to pull an espresso shot within minutes. Simply by touching the options on the LCD display, the machine can walk you through the ins and outs of making the perfect latte. For advanced drinkers, it gives you the option to save the specifications of your desired drinks. For instance, you can pre-program the weight of the ground coffee, the grind size, the time of brewing, the temperature of the steam wand, and the texture of the steamed milk by touching the screen. The package comes with 4 filter baskets, including a single-walled basket for aficionados who want to hone their espresso skills. The stainless steel, magnetic tamper felt heavy while in use, which made tamping easy. The razor trimmed off any excess ground coffee once it was tightly packed into the portafilter, and further guaranteed every shot we made was exactly the same. Overall, the Barista Touch was the easiest machine to dial in, as its user-friendly features allowed us to adjust the ground weight and grind size without difficulty. What made it really remarkable was how it's perfect for coffee drinkers who are at different levels of espresso fluency. For intermediate enthusiasts, they can watch the tutorials on the touch screen and troubleshoot any problems that may occur. For professional drinkers, the versatility and customization can maximize their creativity in pulling the perfect shot. The Barista Touch also has its limits compared to the commercial-grade machines. Though it's excellent at making coffee drinks at your fingertips, the taste of espresso itself isn't extraordinary for connoisseurs who enjoy the diverse tasting profile and depth from single-origin beans, which require a more professional device to extract. The automatic frothing system also isn't consistent for users who appreciate their milk foam with uniform quality. But for the price, we were incredibly impressed,